You're not broke because you don't earn enough. You're broke because of a system running inside your head and you built it yourself. Nobody robbed you. Nobody cheated you. The pattern you're living in, you designed it. I know that sounds harsh, but stick with me because by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly how, and more importantly, exactly how to stop open on blackscreen.com voice. No music yet. Let the silence hold. 045 to 13010. We've been sold a lie since we were kids. 11. Work hard, get a good job, get paid. Life gets better. 12. But here's the thing. Nobody tells you. 13. Most people who earn more, spend more, and end up exactly the same. 14. Their salary doubled. 15. Their stress doubled. 16. Their savings. Isto, zero. 17 income is not wealth. 18 income is just input. 19. What do you do with the input? That's everything. 132 to 30, 20. Picture this. 21. It's the first of the month. 22. Salary hits. 23. For exactly 3 days, you'll feel fine. 24. You pay rent. 25. You send money home. 26. Maybe you treat yourself. 27. Then slowly, quietly, it disappears. 28. Same room. 29. Same phone. 30. Same life. 31. You open your bank app 2 weeks later and there's almost nothing left. 32. And you think, where did it go? 33. You can't even explain it. 34. You just lived. 35. That feeling, that quiet confusion, that's not laziness. 36. That's a broken system operating on autopilot. 37. And here's what's scary. 38. You'll do the same thing next month. 39. And the month after that, 40, until something forces you to stop. 41. Slow, reflective music starts. Here soft, low tension. 2, 32, 3, 30, 42. The problem isn't that you're spending too much. 43. The problem is you were never taught what money actually is. 44. School taught you grammar. 45. History. 46. Trigonometry you will never use. 47. But money? 48. How to save? 49. How to invest? 50. How to build something that lasts? 51. Complete silence. 52. Nobody taught you that. 53. So you learned from watching people around you. 54. And most of the people around you were also struggling. 55. You inherited a broke mindset. 56. Not because you're stupid. 57. Because you never had access to a different one. 3:30 to 4 o'clock. 58. Now I'm going to show you the actual traps. 59. The specific ones. 60. Not vague advice. 61. Real patterns that are silently draining your future right now. 62. There are 5 of them. 63. Most people are stuck in at least 3. 64. By the end, you'll know which ones have you locked. 65. But first, need to show you something that might make you angry. 4 o'clock to 5. 1566. Think about the last time you got a raise. 67. What happened? 68. Maybe you bought something nicer. 69. Upgraded something. 70. Maybe you moved somewhere bigger. 71. Or started going out more because, hey, you earned it. 72. That's called lifestyle inflation. 73. And it is the most silent wealth killer in existence. 74. Your income went up. 75. Your lifestyle went up. 76. Your savings stayed flat. 77. The gap between what you earn and what you keep. 78. That gap never grew. 79. It just got more expensive to maintain. 80. You're running faster just to stay in the same place. 81. And the worst part, 82. It felt like progress. 83. Wait, 84? It gets worse. 5:15 to 6:15. 85? Here's the uncomfortable truth. 86. You use money to manage emotions, not to build a future. 87. When you're stressed, you spend. 88. When you're bored, you scroll, then buy 89. When you're happy, you celebrate by spending 90. When you're sad, you comfort yourself by spending 91. Every emotional state leads to the same exit. Your money leaving your account. 92. Companies know this. 93. They engineered it. 94. One-click purchases. 95. Next day delivery. 96. Buy now, pay later. 97. They built a machine that converts your feelings directly into their revenue. 98. And you're feeding it every single day. 99. I'm not saying don't spend 100. I'm saying know why you're spending. Because right now, 102, you probably don't. 6:15 to 7:30, 103. Here is the real truth. 104. The one that changes everything. 105. Wealthy people don't work for money. 106. They make money work for them. 107. Most people trade time for money. 108. That's the deal. 109. You show up. 110. You do the hours. 111. You get paid. 112. But here's the brutal math. 113. You have 24 hours. 114. That's your limit. 115. That's everyone's limit. 116. When you stop working, income stops. 117. No work. 118. No money. 119. No escape. 120. That's not a career. 121. That's a cage with a salary. 122. The shift happens when you stop asking, how do I earn more? 123. And start asking, how do I make money move without me? 124. Assets. 125. Investments. 126. Skills that compound. 127. Systems that run. 128. That's not a fantasy. 129. That's a direction. 130. And it starts with understanding what you currently have and where it's going. 131. Music drops out completely for 3 seconds. Then a single low note returns. 7:30 to 8 o'clock, 132. Now here's where it gets deeper. 133. Because there's something else nobody talks about. 134. Something that isn't about income at all. 135. It's about time and how you see it. 136. This one, in sight of seeing it change people completely. 137. Hold on. 8 o'clock to 9:15, 138. Ask yourself this honestly. 139. 5 years ago, where did you think you'd be right now? 140. Be honest. 141. Better. 142. More comfortable. 143. Maybe even free. 144. And then nothing changed. 145. Not because you didn't try. 146. But because trying without a system is just hope. 147. Hope is not a financial plan. 148. 5 more years will pass. 149. Then 10. 150. Then 20. 151. And if the system inside your head stays the same, the outside world will too. 152. The regret of not starting builds slowly. 153. You don't feel it today. 154. You feel it achi 50 when you're exhausted. 155. When your body is tired. 156. When you realize you traded your best years for a salary that barely kept pace. 157. That's the quiet emergency. 9:15 to 10:15. 158. Second uncomfortable truth. 159. You think you don't have enough money to invest or build anything? 160. But that's not a math problem. 161. That's a priority problem. 162. You have a phone. 163. You pay for streaming. 164. You order food. 165. You spend on things that make you comfortable. 166. Comfort is the enemy of progress that nobody warned you about. 167. Not poverty. 168. Not circumstance. 169. Comfort. 170. When things are just bearable enough, you don't move. 171. The month is hard enough to feel bad, but comfortable enough to not change. 172. That zone, that exact space is where most people spend their entire lives. 173? Not miserable. 174? Not free. 175. Just surviving. 176, and every year the dream gets smaller. 177. Until you stop having 1, 10, 15 to 11, 15, 178. So what do you actually do? 179. Not 5 things. 180. Not a list. 1 shift. 182. Pay yourself first. 183. Before anything else, before rent, bills, food transfer, something to savings the moment money arrives. 184. Even if it's small. 185. Even if it feels pointless. 186. Not because the amount matters today. 187. Because the habit rewires your entire relationship with money. 188. Right now your brain sees money as something to spend. 189, when you pay yourself first, you train it to see money as something to keep. 190. That's not a finance trick. 191. That's reprogramming a belief. 192. And beliefs once change everything. 11:15 to 12 o'clock, 193. Here's why it works. 194. Your spending automatically adjusts to what's left. 195. You think you can't survive unless, but you always find a way. 196. Less available equals less spent. 197. Every time. 198. It's not discipline. 199. It's design. 200. You're not fighting your urges. 201. You're removing the option. 202, and over chimney, those small amounts compound into something real. 203, into options. 204, into choices. 205, into breathing room. 206, the first time you have savings and a crisis hits and you don't panic. 207, that feeling will change you permanently. 12 o'clock to 12:45. 208, imagine 1 year from now. 209, you have a number in your account that isn't zero. 210, you start reading about where to put that money. 211, what to do with it. 212, you start seeing opportunities where you used to see walls. 213, people around you are still complaining about money and you quietly understand something they don't. 214, that's not luck. 215, that's identity. 216, you stop being someone who earns and spends. 217, you became someone who earns, keeps, and builds. 280, that shift doesn't happen in your bank account first. 219, it happens in your mind first. 220, and you can make it today. 12:45 to 13:30, 221. Remember what I said at the start? 222, you're not broke because you don't earn enough. 223, you're broke because of a system running inside your head. 224. Now, you know what that system looks like? 225. Lifestyle inflation. 226. Emotional spending. 227. Trading time with no exit. 228. Comfort keeping you still. 229, you built it. 230. You can rebuild it. 231. Not all at once. 232. Not overnight. 233. But with one decision today and then another tomorrow. 234. The people who change their financial lives aren't smarter than you. 235, they just stopped waiting for a reason and made one.